I'll put you in front.
This is Selah Moments with Pastor Rafimbi. Is the session where we retreat to reflect and rewind.
Greetings. Welcome to Selah Moments with Pastor Rafimbi. This is where we retreat to reflect and rewind. Today we are doing a session on relationships, and we are going to look at the type of person you can settle for when it comes to marriage. We are going to look at the right marriage partner. What are some of the things that you need to look for when it comes to a marriage partner? What are some of the things that you need to look for when it comes to a marriage partner? Remember, this is the hub of revelation knowledge and timeless wisdom for living. And here we look at issues concerning life from a biblical perspective, but we are also talking about general life knowledge. So we are going to look at finding a marriage partner, and in our discussion, in this discourse, we are going to look at some 5 aspects that are pointers to the right marriage partner. The first thing that you need to look for in a marriage partner is what I call vision. Vision is the most important thing that you need to look for in a marriage partner. Does this man or this woman, do they have something they live for? Do they have something they are working towards? Do they have something they believe in? Do they have something they stand for? Do they have something that they are working towards as a project? Do they have dreams? Do they have some ambitions that they are looking forward to achieving, or are they wishful thinkers? You know, there are people that you'll meet here that they dream, or their greatest dream is one day waking up and collecting a briefcase that has $1 million. So they tell you, the day I will collect that briefcase, you will know that I am rich, I'll become a millionaire. So those are some of the visions they have. Others, they will tell you that the day I win a lottery, that is the day that I'll become a great man. There are others that they tell you that the day I will meet my rich uncle, that's the day that I'll become a rich man. Actually, you need to date somebody or settle down with somebody that they have a multi-million idea, whether they have the money or they don't have. Don't look for the money, look for the vision. Don't look for the television. Actually, somebody said, it's a proverb that I found very interesting. Somebody said that if you marry a man that has a television instead of a man that has a vision, you will end up watching the man that has a vision in your television. So please settle for the man with a vision, not a man with a television. And also a man, settle for a woman with a vision, a woman that can drive a vision, a woman that can help you also achieve your dreams. And one of the things that we always talk about in relationship is what we call compatibility. The compatibility test. This vision must be compatible with your vision, There are people that they get married, but because of the difference in vision, difference in the way they look at things, they conflict. They are at loggerheads daily. Why? Because the visions were not compatible. So please, before you settle for somebody, before you marry somebody, please look at the vision they have. Is it compatible with what you believe in? There are people that they have been called into ministry, full-time ministry. You want to get married to them. Are you compatible? Is your vision compatible with a full-time minister, a pastor? You are a doctor. You work maybe for 18 hours a day or for 12 hours a day, and this other person maybe is a preacher. Are you compatible? Are those visions compatible? Are you able to align yourself with that kind of schedule, with that kind of tight schedule, to ensure that also your children will have times as with their parents? So you need to settle for somebody that your visions will not collide, but they will be compatible. They will marry each other as well as when you marry yourself. Number 2, spiritual matters. Spiritual matters. Light cannot mix with the darkness. It can try. I know it can try. That's why people, they say that what's wrong with marrying, if you're a Christian, what is wrong with marrying a Muslim? And also if you're a Muslim, what is wrong with marrying a Christian? So I'm here to answer this. It is possible. You can marry a Christian, you can marry a Muslim, you can marry a Buddhist, you can marry a Hinduist, you can marry all those Ists, but what the difference is what we call compatibility. Compatibility. I am a Pentecostal man personally, and when I'm praying, I pray in tongues. If I'm marrying somebody that will have a problem with praying in tongues, then we will really have a lifetime problem. If they will have somebody that will have a problem with me shouting when I'm praying, then we will have a lifetime problem. So if I'm dating somebody that has a problem with my spirituality, my tongues, then I will have to let them go, because I cannot compromise my praying style for the sake of marriage. So spiritual compatibility then becomes very important. If you are a Pentecostal, I will advise you to marry a Pentecostal. If you are a Catholic, marry a Catholic. If you are a Protestant, marry a Protestant. If you are an apologetic, there are people that they are very good at arguing and defending faith. If you are one of those, please get somebody else also that can they also know how to defend faith, so that you will be doing some good debates sometimes in your house. So sometimes when it comes to spiritual matters, please look for somebody that you are compatible in matters spirituality. Number 3, intellectual compatibility. Intellectual compatibility. Please don't marry somebody that you cannot reason with. Reason is relative. It is relative. There are people that they will understand themselves according to the level they are in. Somebody said, I find this very interesting, I think it is Chinua Achebe, they said that a fool will say something very reasonable, something very wise, but watch out, because he will just add something that will confirm that he's still foolish. So if you are dating a fool, one day wisdom does not make them a wise man or wise man. So you need to understand that intellectual compatibility then becomes important. Marry somebody that you can hold a conversation with according to your level. Marry somebody that is diverse, somebody that is exposed according to your level, so that you will not lack something to talk about when you sit down in your house. You will be bored because they can't hold up a conversation. They can't even add an idea to what you have. You tell them you have a business idea and they are wondering which one are you talking about. Maybe if you have done maybe things to do with the chemicals and all that, you are talking about how this reacts to this, how coronavirus did this, and they are wondering what in the world could this be. So marry somebody that in terms of intellectual compatibility, you can be able to mingle, you can be able to have conversation, you can be able to build even a vision together. If you are in the media, I'm not proposing that you really marry somebody that is in the media, but at least marry somebody that understands how the media operates, so that you can be able to talk from the same page. Number 4, this is what I call personality. There are 4 categories of personalities. Number 1 is what we call the sanguines. Sanguines are outgoing people. They are social. They are talkative. They are the parrots of the world. They know about everything, everyone, and everywhere. They talk without stopping. They are those people that they can find themselves with any group, and they can be able to mingle or find their way around anybody. So they are called sanguines. I know you know even in your circle who is a sanguine and who is not. We have number 2, we have cholerics. Cholerics are leaders. They are power driven. They are people that they will want to be bossing. They want to be on top. There are people that they have visions. They work on vision. They work on goals. But sometimes they may be laid back. Sometimes they don't want to talk much. But some of them, they are very good leaders. We have what we call melancholics. Melancholics artistic people. They are gifted people. They can sit in a room and compose a song. They can draw an art. They can do all that kind of art. So they are artistic people. Most of them, they hide behind emotions to do those artists. They do poetry and all that kind of music and all that. These other personalities, they can also do that. But the most creative people are in this category of melancholics. The last one are what we call the phlegmatics. Phlegmatics are mostly the saddest people. They are laid back. I use saddest with discretion. I don't mean that they live a sad life, but they are those laid back people. They will not always find you funny. They rarely laugh. They rarely talk. They rarely give out their opinion. They are those people that are very detailed and very sensitive and deep in their personality. So you need to know which personality are you. Do some studies about yourself. Are you an extrovert or are you an introvert? Are you introverted? Are you this kind of person that doesn't want to reach out to so many people? You don't like crowds? Or are you this kind of person that you like moving around and dancing and shouting and jumping and talking? So when you know your personality, you will find it very easy to find a match, a person that will be able to match your personality. When you get, for example, when cholerics marry each other, one of the things that happens is that house, it may not really be, unless the grace of God really helps them, it may not stand. Because cholerics are people that love bossing. They love being on top, being ahead. They love their opinions being taken serious. And so if we have two people that are in the house and they all want to be leading, then we will have a problem in that house. But I'm saying that even the grace of God can help that kind of personalities, and they can live and see to it that they are a happier family. But I'm just saying with discretion that be careful also with the personality that you are dating. You may be a sanguine. You love talking too much and you are dating a phlegmatic. Do you understand how they react to some of the topics they are talking about? Do you understand when they are sad or when they are happy? Would you be expecting them to be talking all the time like you? So you need to understand the personality before you engage and marry them. The last one is what we call physical compatibility. Don't marry or don't settle for somebody you don't like how they look. You don't like how they look. They may be tall, they may be short, they say that beauty lies in the eyes of the beholder. So if you don't find them amazing, please don't. In fact, I will use don't imprison them in marriage. Don't imprison them. If you don't find them amazing, if you don't find them beautiful, if you have a problem with their nose, the size of their nose, don't marry them, because you'll be looking at the nose, especially when you are angry, and you'll be looking at the size of the nose and you'll be saying, look at that. Look at that. So please don't marry somebody whose physical attraction doesn't ring a bell to you, you don't find it appealing. If this person has you have a problem with how they look, please leave them alone. Let God help them. You are not a charity organization that helps people that don't look nice. So please leave them alone. Just find somebody that you are comfortable with their height, you are comfortable with their skin color, you are comfortable with their dental formula, you are comfortable with their eyelashes, and you are also comfortable with the way they talk. So that you will be comfortable with them. Even when you disagree, at least you can still look at their face and say, even if they are wrong, they are still beautiful. Hallelujah. God bless you. We will see you in our next episode of Selah Moments. This is the hub of revelation, knowledge, and timeless wisdom for living. Shalom, shalom. See you next time.
I'll put you in front.
This is Selah Moments with Pastor Rafimbi. Is the session where we retreat to reflect and rewind. For questions, comments, counseling, and prayer, please call 0707 431 563. Selah Moments, your hub for revelation, knowledge, and timeless wisdom for living.